The first screen to select is email service option. This email service option setting is required if you want to use a backend to send the email notification. So let's just use a dummy one. Okay, so close. Now we need to create the email template. This email template later on will be used when we define the approval workflow. So the software comes with a few examples. So we can use this example to create a new one. These are the variables we can use for this email body and the subject and description. For a quick start, we can export the email template from RM sample database and then import here. Okay, let's load the database, sample database provided by Norming for the RM2025. So we go to the approval workflow, email template. Okay, we can export this. Okay. Let's say RM email. Okay. We can also export others. Later on, we can use it for the entity we are going to set up. So the custom row, we can also export. And the workflow. Okay. So now close. Okay. Now we come back to the entity we are setting up. So the email template. Now you can see before we import, you can see there's a the template is not there. So now we can import. Email template. Okay. So now you see all the email template is import here. Of course, we can do the modification accordingly if we based on our needs. Okay. Okay, so now let's also import the settings of custom row Okay, so we have the settings imported, and then approval workflow. Here don't have, so we want to start from beginning, maybe a little bit tedious, so we can just directly import. Okay, so now you see it shows error. It's because of employee number 1001 is not defined in just now in our employee screen. So the format is different from just now what we use. So what we can do now is we go to the file. We can change this employee ID used here. So this I need one. So we can change to the ID just now we used. We created E00, let's say 2 is our manager. Okay, so now save. So restart. Okay, so done. So all the workflow exported from the Normin provided sample database to this entity we created. So you can see here, expenses report, there's a workflow defined. So we can see all this is already. We can do the change as well. We can do modify, let's say supervisor, or if, for example, we want to use regional manager or division manager. If in this case, then we need to remember just now in the setup division, we did not set this manager. So if we want to use this like division manager as this as approval role, then we have to set here. But if you don't use it, then you can just put supervisor, then it will take the supervisor setting of the employee who raised this requisition. So we will use this setting, like supervisor setting. Okay. So for now we leave it as it is. Okay. So we have done the setup for the screens in the approval workflow.